Hey, what's going on YouTube? So about a month ago, I sent my first FBA shipment to Amazon, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes to talk a little bit about what I learned from this experience. So for those of you who may or may not know, Food by Amazon is just basically a service where you can send your inventory in, and instead of having you fulfill yourself, Amazon fulfills it. But there are different requirements and restrictions that you have to abide by in order to have your inventory fulfilled by Amazon, and there are more fees, but it is a good way to not have to store your own inventory and to not have to spend so much time shipping it out too. First off, the process would seem super intimidating. After doing it, it really wasn't that intimidating at all. But I'm not really going to talk about how to do it because I feel like there's a lot of content out there about that. But this is just to talk about a little bit about what I learned. So the first thing that I learned was that it takes longer than kind of expected from the time that I initially shipped the inventory to be fulfilled by Amazon and the time that it was available for sale. Here you can see that I received this email on August 11th that they had received my shipment, but my shipment wasn't fully available for sale until August 25th. That's 2 weeks between the time that they first received it and the time all my inventory was available for sale. And this was something that I found especially shocking because first off, I even shipped it out a few days before the 11th because that was the day they received it at the first warehouse, and I shipped out a few days before that, and I physically lived only about an hour away from the warehouse, and all my books were going to one warehouse. Well, what happens a lot of times though is Amazon has to receive their inventory, and then they have to process it and ship it to different warehouses, which can take time. But that's good to keep in mind because if you're sending inventory that might have a market that's a bit more time sensitive, such as a brand new video game or a brand new product, it might be better to do merchant fulfilled and just try to be super competitive on the prices. Next thing though was that the cost of shipping to actually ship the books to the Amazon warehouses. So this was actually dirt cheap to ship 33 books, which weighed about 45 pounds. This is not the box, but it kind of gives you a rough idea of a smaller box of the books that I was sending. So to actually ship the books from my house to the Amazon warehouses literally costed $8.90, and the shipment was 33 books that weighed about 45 pounds through UPS, which was something that I was honestly shocked by because even though yes, it was books, so it was medium mail, so which is gonna be a little bit cheaper, even though the warehouse was about an hour away from me, and I knew that the shipping, that they had like special shipping terms, but I thought the special shipping terms was going to be more reflective of like eBay. You know how you can go on eBay and you get like, here's 20% off this first class package for shipping rate, which helps. But I honestly thought that it was going to be more like that, but it's actually a lot cheaper than that. So yeah, $8.90 to ship a 45-pound box consisting of 33 books. I forget the dimensions, but it really wasn't that small. Is matching with 33 books, and that was something that I was extremely happy with. By the way, also too, just because your inventory wasn't necessarily like fully available for sale, it doesn't mean that none of your inventory is available for sale. So like, because now, even though I didn't have 100% of my inventory available for sale until the 25th, I did have some inventory that was available on the 11th, just not all of it. I had my first FBA sale ever on August 11th, and since then I have sold 9 books from FBA. To be honest, this is something that I was extremely surprised by because I knew that FBA would give you an increase in sales, but I didn't realize how much the increase was. And these are books that honestly would have taken me a lot longer to sell, but especially considering that a lot of these books are ranked like within the 1 to 2 million range. But in less than a month, I've been able to sell over a third of the books that I initially shipped to them. I have honestly been extremely surprised by. But I guess that thinking about it a little bit more, I can kind of see why, because as someone that shops at Amazon myself, I mean, if there's something that I need to get or that I'd prefer to get in a few days, I wouldn't mind buying it from Food by Amazon as opposed to a third-party seller, just because I feel that there is more of a guarantee that it's going to be fulfilled on time when it comes to Amazon FBA. One of the last things that I learned pretty quickly was that it's extremely important to keep in mind is that whenever an item is fulfilled by Amazon, it assumes free shipping. So it takes off the $3.99 that you have merchant fulfilled shipping. So like all these books, especially the first couple, you see $13, $12.73. So those two books were books that I was initially selling merchant fulfilled to be $13 plus $2.99 shipping, and $12.73 plus $3.99 shipping. But I didn't realize that Amazon was going to take off that $3.99 shipping and just assume free shipping. So I ended up losing a couple of dollars on those first two sales. After that, I adjusted the prices, and here you can see 19, 19, 19. But yeah, just 19 to $25 for most of them. I've been able to make money, but that's something to keep in mind, that whenever you're shipping like books to Amazon FBA, make sure that you adjust the price of the item to reflect the $4.99 $2.99 shipping. So just add like $4 to the item price, and you should be good. Oh, and there's one last miscellaneous note that I just feel like is something that's important to keep in mind that I didn't realize, because I already ship USPS, and they charge if you need any extra packing tape. But when I went to UPS, they had some packing tape that I could use for free to just kind of make sure my shipment was a little bit better. Also, when it came to like putting the dunnage, like the bubble wrap and stuff, personally what I did is I just put some bubble wrap on top, and the kind of stuff's in between the books, but I didn't wrap things individually. That was good because they didn't charge me any fees, because I know that sometimes if you kind of package things wrong, so you have to put it to the side for further processing, just because they have to like spend more time on taking out the packaging or the bubble wrap or whatever, then that can cost a little bit more money. And a couple notes I feel like are just important to keep in mind whenever shipping books FBA. One thing is that it's good to have poly bags, but most books don't have to have poly bags for most books. When it comes to those sticker things, there's going to be a link in the description below, because you can actually buy these sheets that you can print off from your normal printer that are like these little barcode stickers that you can put on your books. But also, you want to have the barcode. If the book has a barcode on it, you want to try to have the sticker barcode covering with the book barcode, so that way Amazon doesn't like be confused or anything with two barcodes. And one last note, that yes, you do have the option to sometimes use the product barcode to have your inventory fulfilled by Amazon like that, but oftentimes it is better to use your own barcode, little sticker barcode, and because whenever Amazon uses the like product barcode, like the barcode that's on every book associated with the ISBN number, they get all those different items from various sellers together, and whenever an order sells, even if it's for you, they just pull one from that pile. So you could have an item shipped on your behalf that was from another seller that may have like a defect in it, or that may not be in the condition. Like you can see something is in very good condition, but another seller's definition of very good is your definition of acceptable, and they could ship another seller's item out if you chose to use the main product barcode as opposed to having your own personalized barcode whenever you send the items in FBA. So those are just a few other miscellaneous notes that I learned before sending the shipment, but I felt that it was helpful to just kind of keep in mind whenever making a shipment. So if you have any questions about anything though, please feel free to ask in the comments. I'm more than happy to respond. And please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Have a good day.